Hello and welcome everyone to my channel, the Garden City Project. My name is Greg Hollenstein and I'm a landscape architect. In this episode I'm going to talk about the great vision of Elon Musk. In my opinion, Elon Musk is not like a normal billionaire like, for example, Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. He is a man with a great vision for humanity. A vision that is so great and powerful that it has an influence on the development of humanity and our future. In short terms, his vision is the colonization of Mars and to make humanity an interplanetary species. In this episode, I'm going to take a closer look at his vision, his ambitions, and the companies he was building up. And in the end of this episode, I will give you my own opinion about his vision. The reason why I do an episode about that is because I'm fascinated about his vision and about how he achieved so many things in his life. His vision, his career and his achievements are outstanding, and he was always kind of an inspiration for me, even though I work in a completely different area than him and even though I have some different points of view from him. So now we dive deep into his vision and the way he sees the world. His great vision. According to his biography, it is the life goal of Elon Musk to make humanity an interplanetary species. And the first step for humanity to become an interplanetary species is to colonize and terraform Mars. Terraforming means to change the planet and its atmosphere in a way that it is livable for humans. And this is not an easy task at all. It requires a lot of resources, knowledge and effort to even make slightly changes to a planet. Terraforming a planet is like building up the pyramids with sticks and stones. It takes more than a lifetime and it takes the effort of millions of people. But the planet Mars is probably the easiest planet to terraform and it's the second closest planet to Earth. The closest planet to Earth, Venus, would be too much of a pain to terraform because the surface temperature there is up to 500 degrees Celsius and the atmospheric pressure is about 80 times as much as on the Earth. Compared to that, the surface of Mars seems quite chill and livable, so it makes absolutely sense to colonize Mars first. To achieve that goal, he founded SpaceX in 2002. It is a very ambitious project, not only to colonize Mars, but also to build up a space exploration company, because it needs a lot of money just to build a prototype rocket. And furthermore, there is a very big risk that the prototype rockets won't work and you will have to start from scratch again. There has never been a successful startup that was building rockets from scratch before. All other companies at that time that were building rockets like Boeing and Lockheed Martin were very big companies with a huge financial support. So, to achieve his vision, Elon Musk was taking big risk and he was investing a huge amount of money. And he had to endure many defeats on his way. Finally, in September in 2008, SpaceX presented the first successfully privately developed rocket launch in the history, after the first 3 flights ended in failure. And later on, in the year 2017, SpaceX and Elon Musk were writing history again. They were able to build and successfully launch the first reusable rocket in history. This is a massive success, not only for SpaceX and Elon Musk, but also for humanity. The big benefit of reusable rockets is that we need to invest far less resources for space traveling and also to send satellites into space. But SpaceX was not the only company that Elon Musk was building up. He was also building up companies like Tesla and SolarCity. And yes, he was not the founder of Tesla, but he was a main investor very early on, and he was the one that was building up Tesla. He was the one that made Tesla successful in the end. And of course, he was also building up much more companies like PayPal and Zip2. He was even programming his own computer game when he was just 12 years old. But those three companies, SpaceX, Tesla and SolarCity, are standing out in one important thing. They are all surfing for the greater vision of Elon Musk. SpaceX builds the rockets. SolarCity and Tesla accelerate the transition to renewable energies. SolarCity as a company helps to build more solar panels on different buildings so that we can produce more energy with solar power. Nowadays, the SolarCity Corporation belongs to Tesla Energy Operations. And Tesla was able to build the first commercial electric cars in a high scale. Tesla made the fully electric cars available for nearly everyone with their advanced technology. Forcing the transition to renewable energies belongs also to the great vision of Elon Musk, because if we as humanity want to become an interplanetary species, we need to be able to produce massive amounts of energy. I mean really massive amounts. And as fossil fuels are coming to an end, sooner or later we need to found new energy sources, renewable energy sources. Elon Musk is well aware of the problem, so he is forcing the invention of new and better technologies so that we can produce an infinite amount of energy with renewable sources. In that way, all those companies are serving for his greater vision. It is the core goal of building up all those companies. The greater vision, the superior goal, is the basis of nearly everything Elon Musk does in his life. He always sets very ambitious goals in his company, and he pushes his employees to work harder and harder. But not only his employees, he also pushes himself to work harder and harder. He was and still is obsessed with his mission, a mission that is probably bigger than anyone else has dared to undertake before. Since he built up several large companies at the same time, he was constantly working, and it's said that he had hardly slept at night for this time. When asked how he managed to get through it all, he is said to have replied, "I had a hard childhood, which may have been helpful." Effects and consequences of his great vision. It's interesting to look at the consequences of his great vision. Obviously, we didn't already achieve to send people to Mars, and we are still far away from terraforming and colonizing Mars. And we will probably not be able to fully colonize Mars in the next 100 years. Colonizing means that people can live there for a lifetime and they don't need supply from outside. And that is a really difficult thing with our current state of technology, because there are so many challenges to face if we want to fully colonize Mars. But what did he achieve with his vision? He became the richest man on Earth. He revolutionized the cars industry. He made electric cars competitive to conventional gas-powered cars. But by far his greatest and most astonishingly achievement is the revolutionizing of space traveling. This is really impressive that he could build up rockets from scratch with his company and make them better and much more efficient than the rockets from the big players at that time. We have to be well aware that these high goals were only possible because he and also his employees were working very hard. He also had to endure many setbacks, especially when the rockets in which he had invested millions of dollars when they just crashed. I'm 100% sure that most of us would have given up after those hard setbacks, especially after the third failed attempt. But Elon Musk did not give up until he had a breakthrough with a successful rocket launch. This immense endurance is only possible if someone really believes in his vision and sticks to it under all circumstances. My humble opinion about his vision. No matter what you think of Elon Musk as a person and his political views, there is no doubt about that this man has achieved enormous things in his life. This man has changed the world significantly from the ground up. He has advanced technical developments that no one had thought would be possible. But now I would like to evaluate his vision. His vision is really very ambitious. In my opinion, it's highly over-ambitious. But I see that it is meant for the good of humanity and the human civilization. In my opinion, the colonization of Mars should not be a priority for us right now. I think that there are more important goals at the moment for humanity. Combating hunger and poverty in the third world by providing food and energy. Developing renewable energy sources without harming the economy. Ensuring life quality in fast-growing cities worldwide. Protecting rainforest and other important ecosystems, greening and reforest deserted areas on the world. Those are, in my opinion, the most important goals for humanity at the moment. Nevertheless, I have a lot of respect for Elon Musk for his very ambitious vision. And through his vision, he has moved humanity forward. He set a very high goal, and on the way there, he achieved many small goals. Even though I have some completely different points of views than Elon Musk in some cases, I see him as a good example of how much you can achieve if you have a really big, seemingly unrealistic vision and you stick to it under all circumstances. So, this is the end of this episode. I hope you could enjoy it. If you liked it, press the like button, leave me a comment here what you think about this episode, and see you next time. Bye!